Hey guys, I'm RiggyRob, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII on the Nintendo Switch. So, last time, we went to Whirlwind Maze. We saw Sephiroth, we picked up a couple of more materia, and we gave a key black materia to Red 13, and we ended up giving it back to Sephiroth. So he officially has the black materia to summon Meteor, and that is the ultimate goal, is to stop them from doing so. But we did a couple other things as well. The main thing is that Aerith is dead, is gone forever. We cannot see Aerith again. She is absorbed into the live stream, and we found out a lot of interesting details. Everything that Cloud had told us regarding their life as Soldier First Class was a lie. It didn't happen to him. It happened to Zack. So all those flashbacks that we saw, or the playable sections of Cloud in Nibelheim, for example, wasn't him. It was Zack. And we only found out after the fact that, yeah, he took Zack's gear. Zack is, dead through Sephiroth's hand, and we actually found out that Cloud killed Sephiroth by chucking him into the macro reactor. So there's a very weird thing going on where Cloud is a clone of Sephiroth, but the original Sephiroth is dead, according to Hojo, and the files that we found with Gast. And yeah, it's just a very interesting story. And it kind of leads me into a realization that this game was meant to be played multiple times. So there's the obvious thing about the optional characters and things that you can miss out on, and saying, oh, that's a cool feature, we'll add that as a secret for a new player, a player to find out on their second playthrough. But the whole point of Cloud and Zack recontextualizing what Cloud has done and said when it's not actually him doing it, it's Zack doing it, kind of lends itself to this game being played more than once. So that makes some design decisions in this game a lot more explanatory and more explainable. So we went through this mind break with Cloud, and we lost access to Cloud. He was hospitalized, and we became Tifa and Barrett only for a little while back in Junon. We found that Weapon had broken out and started attacking Junon Harbor, and there were lots of other creatures flying all over the place. So I said Mecha Bahamut, things like that. I think the Ruby and Emerald weapons as well. And then, yeah, we had to escape, and we chose Sid as the party leader. So Sid being the captain of the Highwind, we had access to go to all sorts of different places, and yeah. So I've hit an interesting point here where I don't like Cait Sith as a party member, but they are an interesting character with them being a double agent, like betraying you and then double crossing Shinra and coming back to you. It's interesting. But I don't like them as a character. I don't want them in the party, but they are interesting. And it's a different thing with Sid, where Sid is useful party-wise, as in he's got good stats and limits and so on. He's just not that interesting. He's just an old guy who happens to be a renowned pilot. He might get a bit more depth later on. We've had a bit of depth with Yuffie and Wutai and Red 13 in Cosmo Canyon. Haven't had anything for Vincent yet. Maybe that'll come later on. But yeah, it's like, that was just, we had to have Cait Sith in the party just because it made sense at the time. So yeah, we found out the Gold Saucer had closed. We weren't able to do anything in there. Dio had closed it off, so that's unavailable to us. Went back to Fort Condor, and so this is an interesting one. So Fort Condor has multiple battles that you can do at different points in the story, and apparently, the intention is that you're supposed to go back to Fort Condor after key story points, and that seems a bit silly to me, because, why would you interrupt what you're doing in the main story to go back to Fort Condor to fight an optional battle in the tower defense that isn't actually that good in the first place? But we did the first battle at Fort Condor, and we did the final battle at Fort Condor, and we got the Phoenix materia, and I also got the Kujata materia as well, which I missed out on last time. So that was up to save 7-8, and yep, Fort Condor. So you can now buy all materia from there. We went to Midil first. Cloud had been hospitalized, and the town of Midil was a normal town. And then you will go back a second time, and Midgar gets destroyed by the fight. So I didn't know this because obviously we tried to sense it, but that was ultimate weapon that we were fighting against. And yeah, it destroyed Midgar. So Midgar is now wrecked beyond repair. But the shops are still there. I didn't see all the shops because we're in a slightly different place, but the shops are still there. And then, as you can probably tell by this one, I was a bit busy. I mastered some all materia, and when you master materia, you get a copy of it, so you can sell the mastered all materia for 1.4 million gil. So I sold a couple of those, and now I have enough gil to last me until the rest of the game. And also you can tell, because Cloud is level 65, I did a bit of level grinding and limit grinding specifically. So everyone has, or should have, their level 3 limits, and the next thing to do is to get their level 4 limits. So this is actually supposed to be an empty file space, but apparently you can't delete files on the Switch version of this game. So this is supposed to be empty, but it's a good break point. So this was before I started the grind, this is after I started the grind, and then this is after I started to go back to places that I had missed out the first time. So I got the added cut materia and the Alexander summon, but apparently the reason why you're supposed to pick up the ribbon the first time you go through Gaia's Cliff is because the game doesn't actually let you back into Gaia's Cliff. You have to wait until a lot later because the guy Holzoff, I think it is, stops you from climbing the cliff again. It's like, right, so you can't go back into the cave where the ribbon is. So I've missed out on the ribbon for the time being. But supposedly, because Cloud is back in the party, the gold saucer should be open again, and there are enemies in there that you can transform into ribbons, supposedly. I've not done this yet. So today, the plan is to do some side questy stuff, some optional stuff, because the main thing to do, I believe, is to go to Junon for the underwater reactor, which we got a little bit of a hint before, but we couldn't obviously do that. So, just to confirm as well, the limit stuff. So, Cloud already had level 3 stuff. Barrett's now got Anger Max, so I can see that it attacks all opponents, which is basically the same as Satellite Beam. And then Sid has got his Dragon Dive and Big Brawl, sometimes dealing death. And yeah, as always, materia. So I got Ultima, Ice, Morph. So I think what I'll probably do is I'll make Cloud the actor. I guess that makes sense if I say I'm going to make sure that he's the one that steals things and stuff like that. But you can kind of see on the screen, I've been busy doing lots of stuff. I haven't done anything with Added Cut or Alexander yet. So yeah, so I think what we want to do is... So Magic Plus is increasing the magic stat. That's not as necessary as having things like counterattack or cover. And yeah, I think I'll have 100% cover, thank you, rather than 20%. We'll swap out Death Blow for Steel. Steel's been upgraded to Mug. And let's see... sure, we'll have him do Alexander and Added Cut. And we'll see what that does. But yeah, Ultimate Ice, I think... I like having Cloud have Lightning rather than Ice. And yeah, this is the maximum one. But I also want to make sure I have Lightning All, Ultimate All, like that. So yeah, I don't need an MP Absorb. Mystify, yeah, I don't need that either. Because it's always good to have things like Haste All and things like that. I don't even know what Haste Elemental means in this context. But we'll do this. Like so. Okay. Everyone else, I think, is fine for now. Barrett, yeah, I think has got Comet, Restore, Kujata, Enemy Skill, Sense, Ice, the other enemy skill, Poison, and Destruct. Again, no idea what this actually does. Apparently, in the ultimate weapon fight, you can steal a Curse Ring, and that's a really good piece of accessory, but it has the instant death effect applied to it. You need to have added effect plus Destruct or added effect plus Odin to stop that from killing you, supposedly. But I'm not going to go back for the Curse Ring. There's also another one in Midgar before it gets destroyed, but I've not done that either. So, and then yeah, so the thing is that I need weapons and accessories and armor that have maximum slots, and that's great for the Dragoon Lance, but it's not joined up, so I have to use stuff like the summons with them. But yeah, otherwise everything else seems fine. Like heal elemental. No, I don't need heal elemental. Let's see. We've got gravity all. Nah, that should be. Again, I think I'm going to treat Sid as my healer. So let's swap that out for restore. Wherever it is. And again, this is stuff that I could have done off stream, but I feel like it's good to have it on stream as well to say, right, this is what I'm doing now. Yeah, I don't need manipulate. Fall. Okay, so heal. Elemental. Is elemental even that good? Magic plus. That might be good because he's the healer. Yeah, magic plus and MP plus makes sense. Enemy skills fine. Revival, restore all. Yeah. And then I can also put him in the back row. And you can obviously tell. So Cloud is level 65 because he's forced in the party. Sid was forced in the party for a little bit, so he's 61. Everyone else is about 55-ish. So Barrett, Tifa, Red 13, yeah, 55 to 56. So, yeah, so I'll just double check again. I think everything makes sense for me. Yeah, time all. Big God, I did not realize how good it actually is. Do I need ice rather than something else? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I've got ice mastered actually, so everything else is fine. But yeah, you can see I've got multiple copies of all that have been mastered up, so. Okay, right. Let's go ahead and make a save because I did some materia swapping. And I know that was quite a lengthy recap, but it is important because it's been a long time, like 3 hours in-game, and that's at triple speed. So. Alright. And then... So, the plan to begin with is to go to Mount Coral. Speed things along. Basically, when we did the huge materia stuff to stop the train, I forgot to actually check out Mount Coral properly. So I have to remember where I need to go. I haven't figured out what the red mountain was that I tried to land on and couldn't land on, but I hope we'll find out what that means either. I think it has something to do with chocobos. So some places, so there, I think this is only accessible with a specific chocobo. So we'll have to come back to that later because I've not done anything with chocobo. We found the chocobo sage, but otherwise nothing doing. Alright, so let's see. So it would be so much easier if I could put like waypoints on to say go here, go here, go here, but yeah. Alright, so just double check. What is that? Yeah, that's... Okay, here we are. This is what we wanted. So, apparently, Barrett's level 4 limit break is given by one of the people in this town. What the? Watch out for the train! Yeah, you're a bit slow in the uptake, Grandpa. With Meteor coming, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, she's talking about the thing that I stole from the pot. Alright, well, not her then. Whenever I look up in the sky, I see Meteor staring me right in the face. If you're gonna crash down, then hurry up, because I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. Let's see. Another tent? Is it this one? You saved my life, not that I have much longer to live anyway. Alright, don't get a bit down about it. When I grow up, I'm gonna travel the world collecting glowing stones. You and me both, kid. Living the dream. Alright, so let's see. It should be one of the tents in here. I am informed. Hey, the gold source are reopened. We've got to play hard to get our minds off Meteor. Sure, why not? But that's good, because it means I can go and do the Battle Square stuff. I don't want to die, but who can stop Meteor? We can! Hey, what's a meteor? Is Meteor really going to crash down on us? I'm still too young. I'll never remarry. This memento is all I have left of my husband. I'll give it to you if you'll please stop Meteor. Catastrophe! Okay, so that was the item that we needed. So, oh yeah, also, in the midst of grinding, I got lots of ethers and, well, not as many X potions, but lots of tranquilizers. So, okay, Catastrophe. Limit skill. Heh, no sweat. So now, we can put on Barrett's Catastrophe. Damages all opponents. That's fine. Alright, so that was the first thing. Let me out, kid. So now, I think the next thing to do would be to go to Cosmo Canyon. I do have it up on the walkthrough, but it's like, it's just one of those things, like, it makes it easier to track what I'm supposed to do and where. Alright, hello! Oh, it's you! This is terrible, the colour of that unlucky star. The children are all so scared that they won't even go outside. I'd rather not see it either. Yeah, again, I'm following the walkthrough for this because otherwise I'm just going off what the game is telling me, which is usually like, hey, we should go to Junon next, and then that's it. You don't get any reminders. I can't stand here and talking about the study of planet life. I think I'll head back to my homeland now. Hello. Live with the planet, die with the planet. Maybe this is the way it should be. Who knows? I'm full of booze. It's when I think about the children. I wonder if we can just save our own children. And what about you? How about our original cocktail live stream? You should forget your troubles with a drink. We humans sure are weak creatures. That reminds me, I heard that someone here in Cosmo Canyon is selling some healing materia. Ah, healing materia, you say? Because we also found this, like, cellar that had no one in before, and now it does. It's not that I'm afraid of that big star, it's just that, I have a stomachache. That's why I'm not moving, that's the truth. Sure, kid. Yeah. Not moving in a place, in a room all by yourself. Well, anyway. So, what's up here? Children Inn. It's times like this when you need a nice soft bed will do you good. 100 gil? Nah, I don't need it. See, it seems so long ago that we did Wu Tai in the Turtles Paradise. Like, things have moved on significantly since then. But we're still kind of facing off against the Turks every now and then. Oh yeah. Like, we had Tifa trapped in the gas chamber, and it turns out that that's not actually supposed to be done any other way, so, yeah. Hi, of course our store's open. Lots of stuff. Don't need any of those. Oh, maybe I'm a bit afraid, but whenever I'm reading Study of Planet Life, I can forget all my fears. Really? Okay, interesting. Because there's also this green thing that I never went into. My god. Alright, elixir, magic source, and then this. Full cure. Interesting. Alright, let's do some arranging, shall we? Full cure. So is this just restore plus life all in one? Alright, well if it is, then we can probably take off... Oh, this is paired materia, but it's not actually paired, so, yeah. Restore, revival, heal, magic plus, yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, well, supposedly that's being sold, but not really. I can't believe I never actually, like, walked into the green bit, but, yeah. So, store's open, exit. No need to fear, I have the Study of Planet Life right here. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, we've got the full cure materia. I don't think I've missed anything else out specifically. So there's the ribbon I've talked about, which we can get later, hopefully. There's the curse rings that I've missed out on, but again, I don't really want those because it's instant death. And then there's the items from Fort Condor, but everything that is unique weapon-wise, you can get later on anyway, so. Welcome! You still want more weapons? You sure are weird. I mean, if it's weird, if there weren't people like you, I'd be out of business. Sweat. So, Butterfly Edge. So yeah, these are the same weapons that were available before. Yes, apparently the Eden coat that was on Aerith, I should be able to get more of those later on. So, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, hello. Oh, this is a Book of Stars. I'm just finishing it. Nothing is meaningless. If I do this, then someday someone will run across it. The ancients did the same. That is how we know about them, right? Maybe even my book also. Maybe. But probably not. Okay. Well, the plan is to go to the very top. and we'll try and talk to Nanaki's dad or grandfather. Like this door. Yeah, this door doesn't open anymore, I don't think. Hello! Don't worry, Mum. All of us just need to get through that door. Mr. Bugenhagen sealed it, so we wouldn't have to worry about it. But what's a seal? Oh dear. I wonder what's going to happen now. I wonder. Sounds like Mr. Bugenhagen for suckers. For suckers. Oh man, everything will be over once Meteor hits. I've been selling materia for 10 years now, ever since I was 16. Jeez, what have I been doing in my life? You're only 26. Welcome. Oh, it's nothing. Now please, make yourselves comfortable. Yeah. I mean, HP and MP Plus are probably pretty good materia to have. But at the same time, I know I'm gonna, like, hit the 200 materia limit if I get too many of them. So. But otherwise, if it works like the SID one, the MP Plus, right? Maximum MP up plus 40%, so it goes up to 50%. Having an extra 50% HP would be pretty handy. But I don't know who to put it on for the time being. Alright, is this the right one? No, not yet at least. Up we go. Oh. Nanaki's granddad! Hello! You are using Shinra materia as a weapon. Materia is a highly dense spiritual energy, a shred of the planet's life. It should not be used as a weapon. We must stop using it, or the planet will be weakened. Well, we did get supposedly 2 of the 4 huge materia, and the huge materia is necessary to get another Bahamut materia, supposedly. That's it. Yep, nothing else to do. No, nothing else to go. Okay, right. Alright, well, we'll get down then. No we won't. Yep, we'll have to go around. Yep, down we go. Go on, down we go. Right, well we got the full cure, so I don't know who else we should talk to. Because Bugenhagen's sealed the door. Alright. I will make our way back down to the guy that mentioned the full cure materia. Hello. Nope. Okay, well, never mind. I gave it a try. So, what is the thing to do in Cosmo Canyon? Yeah, there's some other side quests that are now available to us, but again, not gonna bother doing those until later. It suggests to do them later anyway. Oh, the game will not let you land the high wind in rocky areas. Interesting. Okay, so Elixir, Magic Source, Full Cure. So it needs to be able to level up to a level 2. Oh, I have to do this on part 3, disc 3. Right. So there's no point doing that unless you wanted to get the full cure materia early. That's fine. We can level it up to, what, 3000 AP, but anyway. We also got the magic source as well, didn't we? So, magic source into Cloud. And the elixir as well. So I guess that's it for now, then. The thing that was mentioned for Nibelheim specifically was to get the elemental materia that we tried to get. We did the jamming on the piano for... Right, Nibelheim, mountainous area. Where is it? Aha, Nibelheim. Okay. So you're apparently supposed to do this with Tifa, when Tifa's like the leader of the party. But it's just like little things like this to say, hey, did you do this thing with Tifa's house the first time? Then... Oh, this is Cloud's house. If you did this in Tifa's house the first time, then when you come back, you get like a nice little extra thing. And it's totally unnecessary, because you don't actually need this. With the way that materia works, if you just max out your elemental materia, you'll get another one anyway. But this is just a nice like thing to do. Alright, so... Can I... play the piano? Ah, go for it. And hello, Reaper. Thanks for joining the stream. How you doing? Now, how did this go? I remember. Jamming out. It looks like it's just the face buttons and up, down, left, right. That's it. So we will end. Oh, really? Huh. Okay. Oh, there's a specific thing. Alright, so play the following tune, which is the main theme song from the world map. So, oh, it's all in PlayStation controls. Alright, so we'll try that again. I did not realize there was a specific tune to go for. Reaper's thinking if I buy or not Oblivion. Yes, Oblivion Remastered did shadow drop yesterday. Like, I had not heard of anything going on about it. And they just said, yep, it's out now. Here you go. Here, if you really want to, you can buy the Digital Deluxe Edition with the Horse Armor DLC. Here you go. And everything I've seen of it is like, yep, it looks like an HD version of the old game. Like, the weird NPCs and the quests and everything else all looks like you would imagine it to be. So obviously it doesn't look like that now because it's an old game, but remade for 2025. Alright, anyway, let's try this again. So okay, so the order it says here. Oh, hell bit. Haha! Okay, I did it right that time. Tifa's secret savings. 1 gil came out of the keyboard. That was not the scene I was expecting. They called the Oblivion a remaster, but if I released it, I would have called that a remake. Well, it's kind of like Metroid Prime. They called it Metroid Prime Remastered, but they actually had to remake the game. So I don't know if there's like a weird thing in the terminology, but no, they were just like, yep, we've remastered the game. I think it's better be calling it a remaster because otherwise people expect remakes to look different, like significantly different. But here they've kept the weird look, but just made it HD, like the wrinkles on the NPCs and the weird faces and stuff like that. It just looks like it's updated for the modern day. Alright. Let's try this again. Go for it. I remember. Okay, so X, square, triangle, L1 and triangle, then L1 square, then X, square, triangle, L1 and X, circle, X, square, X. Supposedly there's supposed to be a cutscene happening right now. It says a scene will start up. Alright. Alright, whatever this is, it's not doing it correctly. Oh, I need Tifa in the party. I just didn't read that part. Okay. The Oblivion remaster is an Unreal Engine instead of the one that Bethesda's been using for 20 years. I heard, actually, that it's Unreal Engine for how the game looks, but it is the original for how the game logic works. Right, I'm going to take Sid out of the party for this. There we go. But yeah, no, apparently it's a really strange way of doing it, but they are definitely leaning into how, like, the cult following Oblivion has works for them. Rather than against them, because they could have changed stuff and made it very unpopular. There we go. Alright, I remember. Alright, so now we have Tifa in the party, we should be able to do it. So, nobody's figured out the piano key button combo unswitched to get Final Heaven. I just figured it out. Okay. Oh, don't tell me. So this person's put R rather than L? Alright, I'll try it now. I remember. So, this one says A, Y, X, R and X. So whatever the... Okay. The problem is that I'm using the Jagged.com walkthrough, and it's assuming you're playing the PlayStation version, because it's doing the PlayStation inputs. But yes, whoever that was on the internet posted it 6 years ago. Thank you, because that was correct. I've heard this melody somewhere before. I played it well. I have the sheet music for that song. Huh? Wait a minute. There's something inside the music sheet. Tifa, what's happened to our town? Was it all an illusion or just a dream? No, it was neither. I remember trying to get people out of the flames but not having the strength. Burning with anger, I went to the reactor to kill Sephiroth. But he was nowhere to be found. Instead I found you, collapsed inside. I felt saving you was far more important than going after Sephiroth. There were several others that were still alive inside, but I was only able to save you. As I was coming out of the reactor, Shinra troops were just arriving. I recall a scientist named Hojo was in charge. He ordered the troops to gather up everyone still alive for the experiment. I didn't know what type of experiment he was talking about, but I wasn't about to let them have my dearest student. Okay, just a message. There we go. Putting you on my back, I headed down the mountain to the village. I used the cure spell on you many times. And I started to head for Midgar to look for a doctor for you. I didn't like that city and my cure spells weren't helping. I decided to go to Midgar to find a doctor I could trust. I'm worried about you, but I can't settle down in one place for very long. Have you recovered fully? Are you well? I wonder how many years have passed since then. I just got into town again, but I can't believe it. The whole town is back to normal, except for the strange people with black clothes all around. The town reeks of Shinra, but I won't go after them. You may think I'm running from them, but it's just that I don't want anything to do with Shinra anymore. Feels like time is running out. I'm sure you'll find this letter, and this gift for you. It should come in handy. I can't even jump anymore, but I hope you continue to sharpen your skills and remember what I taught you. To my most precious student from Zangin. Okay. And we've received Final Heaven, and not the elemental materia. Just showing off at that point. Alright, so that elemental materia, I guess, is gone forever then, if you don't get it at the time that you're supposed to. Maybe.